Extreme cold doesn't stop these New Zealand Muslims. It's -5 degrees Celsius in Queenstown. The wind feels like knives. Most people won't leave their blankets. But at 5:30 a.m., a group of Muslims walks through frost to open the mosque doors. No heaters in the car. No excuses. From Invercargill to Christchurch, these New Zealand Muslims are praying, fasting Ramadan, and building community when the weather wants them to quit. How do they do it? And what does their story tell us about faith in one of the coldest, most isolated Muslim communities on earth? Stay with me. Salam and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Aotearoa, New Zealand. A country famous for rugby, mountains, and sheep. Not so famous for its 65,000 Muslims who make up just 1.3% of the population. Winter here is long, dark, and brutally cold, especially in the South Island. So how do Muslims keep their faith strong when Fajr is at 6:15 a.m., Isha at 9:40 p.m., and the sun barely shows up? We went on the ground, spoke to imams, students and families, and uncovered stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is the truth about Muslims in extreme cold. Who are New Zealand's Muslims? Fact number 1, they're incredibly diverse. Islam came to New Zealand in the 1870s with Chinese gold miners, then Indian and Albanian migrants in the early 1900s. Today, the community is from over 50 ethnic backgrounds. Fijians, Somalis, Malaysians, Egyptians, Bosnians, Pakistanis, and Kiwi converts. There's no one type of NZ Muslim. The first official mosque, Al-Masjid Al-Jami in Ponsonby, Auckland, opened in 1979. Now there are over 60 mosques and Islamic centers across both islands. Fact number 2, they're young and growing. Census 2023 data shows Muslims are the fastest growing religious group in NZ. Median age is 29, compared to 38 for the total population. Over 23% were born in New Zealand. These are not just immigrants. Fact number 3, geography is the real test. Invercargill is one of the world's southernmost cities with a mosque. Winter means 8.5 hours of daylight in June. In contrast, summer Ramadan in 2024 meant fasting from 3:50 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Extreme swings. Add southerly winds from Antarctica, and you get a spiritual challenge most Muslims never face. Cold reality, daily struggles. Challenge number 1, prayer times in winter. Imam Sheikh Muhammad Amir from Canterbury Mosque told us, Fajr in July is 6:17 a.m., but you must wake at 5:40 a.m. to do wudu. The water is icy. The car windshield is frozen. Yet the masjid is never empty. Many Muslims install underfloor heating in home prayer rooms. Others keep a thermos and heavy jacket by the bed. The key, preparation the night before. Challenge number 2, wudu in freezing weather. Water freezes in outdoor pipes in central Otago. So mosques in Queenstown and Dunedin installed heated wudu areas after 2019. At home, families use warm water, but scholars remind them that using cold water with difficulty carries more reward. One student in Dunedin said, after wudu, your hands hurt, but your heart feels awake. Challenge number 3, getting to the mosque. Black ice on roads. Snow in rural Southland. Buses stop early. So communities organize carpools. The Al-Noor Mosque in Christchurch runs a Far Brotherhood WhatsApp group. If someone misses 2 days, a friend checks on them. In 2023, when a snowstorm hit, 40 men still showed up for Jumu'ah. They prayed on mats because the carpet was damp from wet boots. No one complained. Challenge number 4, Ramadan in opposite seasons. When Ramadan falls in NZ winter, fasts are short, 10 to 11 hours. Easy, right? The cold drains energy. Dehydration is still a risk because you don't feel thirsty. And night is long, so Tarawih ends near midnight, then Suhoor is at 5 a.m. Sleep becomes the biggest test. But when Ramadan is in summer, it's 17+ hour fasts with UV levels hitting extreme. Imams issue guidelines, workers can shorten fasts if health is at risk. The community adapts. How they thrive, solutions and spirit. Solution number 1, infrastructure that respects the cold. Newer mosques like Masjid an-Nur in Wellington and the South Auckland Islamic Centre have double glazing, heat pumps, and heated shoe racks. Yes, heated shoe racks. Because nobody wants to put on frozen sneakers after prayer. Donations for Winter Fund cover power bills so the mosque stays warm for Fajr and Isha. Asterisk solution number 2. Community warmth beats physical cold. Asterisk. After Isha in Hamilton, the aunties serve hot soup and Milo. In Christchurch, the youth group does winter hikes after Fajr on weekends. You pray, then watch the sunrise over the Southern Alps together. The masjid becomes a second home. One convert, Sarah from Nelson, said, "I accepted Islam in July. My first wudu, I cried from the cold. But the sister next to me gave me her gloves. That's why I stayed." Asterisk solution number 3. Tech and education. Asterisk. The Federation of Islamic Associations of New Zealand FIANZ releases prayer timetables adjusted for astronomical twilight because true dawn is hard to see in winter. Apps like Muslim Pro add NZ-specific settings. Khutbahs in winter often focus on Sabr, patience, and using hardships to build taqwa. Imams remind youth, Bilal gave Adhan under the Meccan sun. You're doing it under southern snow. Same reward. Asterisk solution number 4. Giving back to wider NZ. Asterisk. These Muslims don't just survive winter. They serve. In Dunedin, the Islamic Center runs a winter warmth drive for homeless Kiwis, Muslim or not. The message, Islam isn't frozen by weather. It responds. Stories that will move you. Asterisk story number 1, the Invercargill Ikema. Asterisk. Brother Yusuf drives 45 minutes from Riverton to Invercargill for every Fajr. In June 2022, his car battery died at -3 degrees Celsius. He walked the last 4 kilometers to make sure the Adhan was called on time. "If I don't open the masjid, who will?" he asked. Now the community bought a generator and jumper cables for the mosque. Asterisk story number 2, the University of Otago Sisters. Asterisk. 5 Muslim medical students in Dunedin share a flat. They rotate the suhoor shift in winter Ramadan. One wakes at 4:30 a.m., turns on the heater, boils water, and preps dates. The others get 20 more minutes of sleep. They say it's the only way to survive exams and fasting. Their flat is now nicknamed Little Masjid, because neighbors join them for iftar. Asterisk story number 3, after March 15, asterisk. The 2019 Christchurch attack happened at the end of summer. The next winter was the first test. Would people be scared to come for Fajr in the dark? The opposite happened. Attendance doubled. Non-Muslim neighbors started shoveling snow from the mosque steps before dawn. Cold didn't stop them. Hate didn't stop them. As one survivor put it, we get warm by standing together. What we can learn. New Zealand Muslims teach us 3 things. Asterisk 1. Faith is not convenience-based. Asterisk. In many hot countries, people complain if the AC in the mosque is weak. Here, they're breaking ice off the gate at 5 a.m. It redefines what struggle in the path of God means today. Asterisk 2. Minority status builds strength. Asterisk. They batch cook halal meals, order dates online in bulk, and teach their kids why they're different. That intentionality creates strong identity. Asterisk 3. Environment shapes practice, not belief. Asterisk. They adjust prayer times, clothing, and architecture. But the Quran they read is the same. The cold changes how they worship, not who they worship. If you think your Fajr is hard, remember the brother in Queenstown scraping frost off his windshield in the dark. If you think your fast is long, remember the sister in Auckland doing 17 hours with university lectures. Extreme cold doesn't freeze faith. It reveals it. So that's the story of New Zealand's Muslims. A small community facing big weather, but refusing to let it stop their worship, their charity, or their hope. They're proof that Islam isn't limited by geography, temperature, or circumstance. What part of their story inspired you most? Comment below. And if you know someone making excuses about prayer or fasting, share this video with them. Thank you for watching.